You know, the worst part about audio is to close all the windows and reduce the fan speed. It sucks. Yo, what's up? So we're talking about wireless mice today, because why not? For a very good portion of my recent days, I have been taking some time to think about getting a wireless mouse for myself. I had a wired mouse which I left it back home so my parents could use it with my PC. The old mouse that I had on the PC broke, so I had to sacrifice the mouse that I was using. So I was looking for a new mouse, and then I thought, why not buy something which is out of the ordinary? Like these mice which take batteries inside them and are common, like flat mice. They're very common in the market. But there are these new kind of computer peripherals like ergonomic keyboards which have keys on a weird angle, or ergonomic mice which are tilted off an axis to give you better comfort or whatnot. They have been getting cheaper and more popular from like the days of 2016, where the gamers era almost exploded. I thought, like, why not check it out? I mean, I'm not much of a gamer, but I do work on a mouse for extended periods. But I do work at an office where I use the mouse for an extended period of time. Why not check out some inexpensive mice that have this ergonomic feature to give you better wrist comfort for long hours? So yeah, I got my hands on one of them. And that is creepy. Look at it. No, I'm closing that. Okay, let's get back on track. Unboxing. Yep, it wasn't much of an unboxing. I mean, quality wise, it feels fine. It's clicky, it's relatively well built, but the only thing that bothers me about this is the actual ergonomic design choices that they have made. Like, for instance, I mean, why does this USB adapter does not go into the mouse like this? There is no compartment to keep the mouse and the adapter together. You have to carry these things separately. I mean, as Steve Jobs would say,
to get them and put them away and you lose them, yuck.
I have to like keep it in this box, and I have to carry this box with me everywhere because I don't have a decent pouch that can carry both of these. And I don't want to just throw them in my bag, because mouse I can find anyway, but this thing, I don't want to be looking in my bag for half an hour to get this thing out. That sucks, really. I mean, if this thing would just slide into it like that, it would make a whole lot of difference. Another thing which I found was pretty stupid about this mouse is that it does not work on smooth laminated surfaces. Why? Like, you have to have a textured mouse pad with you which has some kind of fabric or some kind of rubberized surface on it. It does not work on tables. Like the cheap 200 rupees wired mouse which I have at my office, it works fine on any surface. But this thing, this ergonomic futuristic thing, it does not work on my table. It just wiggles the cursor. I mean, look at this. If I try to use this thing on a normal table, it just doesn't work. And this is all that the cursor does on the screen. It just jumps around here and there, totally out of control. So I have to pull out my handkerchief and then use it as a makeshift mouse pad. And now it works absolutely fine. Weird. Yeah. So every time I have to use this mouse, since I don't have a proper mouse pad yet, which I have to get, which again kind of sucks. Being a wireless mouse is all about portability, and if you cannot take this anywhere with you and have the confidence that it will work on any surface and will not let you down, what's the point of having it? But I'll still be using it, and here's why. After using it for just 3 days, I find myself extremely uncomfortable while using any normal mouse, and I often ask myself, how the hell did I survive all these days, all these years, just working on this crappy flat little thing? Like, my arm literally does not want to be in that position anymore, and this is a lot more convenient to like work. Now, don't go completely after the advertisement, because you will get tired on this mouse as well. Your arms will feel weird and your wrist will start to hurt after a while, but that while is a lot longer than any traditional mouse. If you can work on a flat traditional mouse for 2 hours and after that you start to feel uncomfortable around your wrist, this will probably get you double the mileage before you start feeling uncomfortable. Obviously, we are human beings and we will get tired of doing the same thing over and over again for an extended period of time, no matter how scientifically and technologically improved that thing is. We'll never be perfect, right? Only nature is perfect. Whatever man made is always going to have flaws, and this thing is no exception. While it is absolutely awesome for me that I can now work for like an hour extra before I feel like I have to remove my wrist for a while and take a break, the drawbacks that this thing includes is kind of silly, to be honest. I mean, it's fine for me because I mainly wanted a mouse that can charge with some form of cable and not take those stupid AAA batteries. I can't stand those. You have to replace the battery every couple of months. Even though a couple of months is a very long time, buying batteries and not having them available is a humongous nuisance. Man, I really wish they would have done something about this. I mean, I'm willing to put up with every single drawback of this mouse, which aren't a lot actually, except for this thing, this tiny design flaw. I kind of forgot how much this thing was going for. It was around 1500 bucks. So, do I recommend this at 1500 rupees? Absolutely. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. Yeah, this is my new personal favorite. Well, I wouldn't call it favorite, but my personal mouse, which I will be using from this day onwards until this thing just dies. So check this out. I'll leave a link in the description if you are interested in this. I mean, it has absolutely no compromises in terms of quality. It feels pretty good. This rubber grip is very high quality. It does feel very comfortable when you're holding on to it and when using it. They could have just given a cheap little mouse pad or something with it, if not anything else, because they don't tell you that this thing does not work on laminated surfaces and shiny tabletops. So if you have one of those at your office or at your workplace or wherever you are, be aware that you may have to pull out your handkerchief to get this thing working. But even with all its flaws and all its drawbacks, this thing, this design at least, is definitely, absolutely a step in the right direction. Okay, there you have it. So to answer the question which was in the title of this video, are ergonomic mice actually any ergonomic? That was probably not the title. The answer is kind of. Yes. Ergonomic mice are definitely more comfortable to use than regular flat cheapo mice that you have around your office or at your home. So if you are someone who works a lot on a system and you use the mouse quite a bit, then definitely consider checking this one out, because even if it is like not the best one you can get, it's not very expensive and battery life is amazing. Chances are you probably already have a mouse pad or something on your desk. Even if you don't, just throw in a random piece of fabric over there. It just needs fabric for some reason. It works fine on my bed, but it doesn't work on my table. Not sure why that is. I tried changing the DPI and everything, that doesn't do anything. But whatever, it works and I will be using it regularly from now on. Okay, I'm done. Look out for more crappy videos like this in the coming days. Peace.